record on this. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, this is the first class for the AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning class. And today is going to be more of introductory class, like I said. And in this class today, we are going to talk generally about artificial intelligence, one, and we're also going to talk about computer-aided drug discovery. Yeah. And like the majority of people on this class are in pharmacy and the rest. And don't forget, you are in the biomedical research class. So please kindly mute if you are not speaking, please. Yeah. So we are going to talk generally about artificial intelligence for people that may be new to artificial intelligence. And after that, we are going to talk more on computer-aided drug discovery. And that is going to be, how do we apply artificial intelligence in drug design, drug discovery? So because most of our the class will focus more on general programming language, one, and also we are going to see how we can apply artificial intelligence programming language in biomedical research. So that's what this program is going to be about. So let me share my screen to start with this. So please, at any time, feel free to call my attention if you have any question, please. I want you to feel free to call my attention if you have any question. Yeah. So this, like I said, this is going to be this is our first class, and it will be more of introductory class today. So we are going to be working on, we are going to talk about introduction to artificial intelligence. And also we are going to talk about computer-aided drug design. Computer-aided drug design. How can we apply artificial intelligence to design drugs or to study biomedical research, for biomedical research? And that's what we are going to do today. So in this context, introduction to artificial intelligence. I don't know, for as many of you that are new to the word artificial intelligence, you may be asking, what is artificial intelligence? Yeah, in a simple term, we are going to talk about the definition, history, application of artificial intelligence, AI. So when you see me talking about AI, I'm referring to artificial intelligence. Feature of AI, advantage of AI. Please kindly mute. I can hear myself. Limitation of AI. Then some programming languages used in AI, and conclusion as far as this is concerned before we move to the next lecture. So when we're talking about AI, what does it mean? Artificial intelligence. In a simple term, the study of computer systems that attempt to model and apply intelligence of the human mind. Simple. So when we're talking about artificial intelligence, the opposite of artificial intelligence is natural intelligence. So natural intelligence is what you and I, we are using naturally. We have our natural intelligence, right? Things that we observe over time. But in the other case, this one is artificial intelligence. Artificial in the sense that the intelligence has to do with a computer system mimicking or applying the intelligence of human mind. You understand that? So that's what artificial intelligence is. Another definition says AI is the intelligence of machines and the branch of computer science which aim to create it. So intelligence of machine and the branch of computer science which aims to create it. That's what AI is all about. So you are mimicking, using a computer-based system, right, to mimic human mind. So you are asking a computer to think in the same manner that human will think. And that is what we call artificial intelligence. Another definition also says it is a branch of computer science dealing with the simulation of intelligent behavior in computer. So as we can also say is a computer is a branch of computer science whereby you are simulating human intelligence. So the way you are simulating a computer system, a computer algorithm to think, to see, or to reason in the same manner that human does the same thing. Do we understand that point? Do we have any question from anybody before we proceed? If you can't ask, we can ask a question directly, or you can put a question in the chat box. Whichever one you are interested in, just let me know. So Temi, are you on the meeting? Hello,
Yeah.
Temi?
Yes, Dr. Leon,
Please, I want you to take note of attendance, please. Don't forget that.
I will.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. So that's the definition of artificial intelligence. That's a study of computer systems that attempt to model or simulate and apply the intelligence of human mind. That's artificial intelligence. Let me give you an example. If we remember before the advent of Siri, that everybody, or sorry, map, GPS in on phone. When you are traveling from one place to another, you have to ask someone, please, I'm going to TSU. How do I get to TSU? Okay, they will tell you, do this, do that, do that. But now with the advent of the map, without you asking anybody, just put the address on your smartphone on the map, right? It will give you the direct guide that human was doing before. The system will give you that guide to will get to TSU. That is what artificial intelligence can do. Now, I don't want to dwell more about the history of artificial intelligence, but the history this is something that has started as early as 1950. You understand? And it was first used by a mathematician called Alan Turing. He wrote a landmark paper titled Computing Machine and Intelligence. That asked the question, can machine think? So that was the guy was just thinking, he was a mathematician, he was just thinking generally, can machine think? Like, can machine also exhibit human thinking? That was the idea in 1950. And later on 1956 workshop at Dartmouth, sponsored by John McCarthy. In the proposal for that workshop, he coined the phrase a study of artificial intelligence. So the first guy was talking about computing machinery and intelligence. But 6 years later, another man says, okay, this probably be referred to as artificial intelligence. And when you ask the machine to think, you give machine some information, and the machine is giving you the information you are giving to me is likely to be this or this or this or that. You understand? So the machine is thinking, the machine is doing the normal human thinking, and that's what is referred to as artificial intelligence. So the man says machine will be capable within 20 years of doing any work a man can do. And can I ask you that question? Is machine not doing what is computer or machine or anything not doing what human can do right now? Is it true? Hello, can you guys hear me? I want to be interactive. I just want to be talking.
That's true.
That's true. Machine is capable of doing what human can be doing, what human used to do. Now, I'm telling you, so that's some years, an MIT researcher predicted within a generation, the problem of creating artificial intelligence will substantially be solved. And right now, artificial intelligence is taking over, whether anybody like it or not. Especially the company that is driving artificial intelligence in the world right now is number one of them is Google. Artificial intelligence is taking the center core right now. And I can tell you, the way I can see, artificial intelligence has come to stay, because you can see machine doing a lot of things at different sectors in our lives right away, right now. You understand? So some of the application of AI can talk about healthcare. And I know many of you have, if you have your primary care physician, you don't have to talk to them. You don't have to go to the office before you can communicate. There are softwares basically for healthcare, right? For instance, when I do my awareness every year, I don't need to go to my doctor before I know the results. They already set up everything. I have my app on my phone. I can see all my results. I can communicate. I can do all sorts of things even without going to him, right? What about in the area of automobile? Now we have self-driving cars, isn't it? Self-driving cars, you can talk about, you have the Tesla and every other manufacturer also doing the same thing. So you can see artificial intelligence in those sectors. What about education? Yes. Now in TSU, you just with your exam soft, you can sit in the classroom, attempt every questions, isn't it? Without you having a paper questions. That's AI at work over there. What about space exploration? So AI is taking over, even in finance. I'm sure all of you, you have your bank app on your phone. You don't have to go to the bank before you can do significant transaction. Am I correct? You don't have to go to bank before
Yes.
you can do
Yes.
tangible transaction. That's AI at work. And I can tell you, years ago, people can't do that. You have to go to bank physically before you can transact. Before you can even send money, you have to go to bank physically. But now, the world has advanced. Thanks to AI, people are already doing that, a lot of transactions without going to bank. What about game? People do a lot of fantastic game right now. Robots, yes. You can see the robots, you can see the Tesla robots, you can see different robots that people are trying to make now. Even the military are also doing the same thing. They are trying to create a robot that can also serve together alongside with soldiers in the war zone. Agriculture, you know, what the way AI is being used, try to do some kind of manipulations to increase productivity. E-commerce, yes, just like finance. Entertainment, right? Surveillance, social media. No, you can't even. Nowadays, you don't need to just go to any social media platform. You can search for anybody's name, search for anything. Go to Google, you can search for anything right now. What about our mobile phones, the Siri and the Cortana, right? Video games, VAR in soccer, yes. How many of you are aware of VAR in soccer? How many of you?
We are aware, sir.
Yeah, we are gone are those days when referee we just rule some probably some goal attempt to be a real goal, of which they are not. And gone are those days when some were actually a real goal, but the referee will say no, it is not a goal. Thanks to VAR, virtual assistant referee. There is technology is there. The moment the ball crosses the line, it will send a signal to the referee that this is actually a goal, no matter how little the inches. That's AI at work. Google has played a major role in AI transgressions and deep learning. Google is really leading that. Like the Google map I mentioned, and a lot of things. Speech recognition. How about that? Look at your phone now. Everybody has this smartphone. Speech and facial recognition. If you configure your phone to recognize your speech, no matter how similar your speech to someone else, it's not going to open. Facial recognition as well. That's AI at work. You understand? So that makes your system, your phone to be your phone or your any other system to be safe or to be safer than it was many years ago. That's AI. If you keep talking about this, we have countless number of examples that you can talk about the application of artificial intelligence. So machine is actually doing a lot of stuff for us now, a lot of stuff. So that's what AI can do, and that's what AI has been doing. Do we have any question before we proceed? Now, still talking about the significance of AI, let's look about drug discovery, drug design. Yes, look at what just happened recently with this COVID-19. Before the COVID-19, for drug discovery or vaccine production, it takes nothing less than 10 good years before a vaccine can be developed. In fact, there are still some diseases that has been in existence for 20 years, and yet there is no vaccine for them. But look at what happened to COVID. Within 2 years of COVID, vaccine came out. So what we used to do for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years before, we were able to do it in less than 3 years, thanks to AI in drug design. We call it AI in drug design, is called computer-aided drug discovery. Thanks to AI. What about diagnosis? Yes, diagnosis. There are some AI algorithm. When you show the algorithm maybe a patient X-ray, maybe breast X-ray, or maybe any other part bone X-ray, it will tell you this picture that I'm seeing. This person is triple negative breast cancer, or this person has cancer of the bone. Just reveal the picture to the AI algorithm. It will tell you this picture that I'm seeing, this person has COVID, this person has breast cancer, this person has problem with the bone or any part of the body. That's AI is being used in diagnosis. Look at this even with the COVID, AI has been used in contact tracing. Yes, we use AI in contact tracing. Thanks to, so the moment you tag someone as COVID positive, it's going to give you information about how many people has actually come in contact with that person, with that individual. That's AI at work. We've talked about self-driving cars. We've talked about improved medical care and treatment, open doors to the future, exploration, and many. So even with the advancement in AI that we've spoken about, there are still an open avenue. I'm telling you, there are still open opportunities for AI development. Let me give you an instance. People are talking about unmanned aircraft. Yes. You know, when you are traveling from here to Boston, from here to anywhere in US, you go to the airport, right? The pilot is in charge and everything is done. But do you know that people are now talking about aircraft, aeroplane commercial aeroplane that can take it from one place to another place without pilot in it? So people are already looking at that, right? People are also talking about flying cars. Cars that will be flying, whether it will be man or not man, cars that will be flying. So that is what the field of AI is going right now, right? Even the military, I was watching a documentary recently, they are talking about unmanned submarines. Submarines that will be used for in the military for warfare, that nobody will be in it. They will be unmanned submarines. So that is so people are also talking about autonomous vehicles. Yeah. Now I know the last time I think Tesla is talking about trucks, big cars, trucks that will be electric and it will be unmanned. So most of the time when there is delay in the supply for Walmart or for Walgreens, now due to human error, those delivery will be done by unmanned electric cars, electric truck. Can you imagine that? So that's just to show you that no matter how the advancement that we've made now, people are still working to make more significant advancements. Manufacturing, yes. Entertainment, even at workplace, people are still trying to see what they can do so that we can move forward. So that is what AI is all about right now. Do we have any question from anybody or contribution? Maybe there's something that comes to your mind now about AI that I've not mentioned that you want to talk about. Do we have anybody? Please feel free. This is our class. It's not only about Dr. Edu. So if you have anything that you want to say, please feel free to say something. All right. So having said all this, let's just look. So I'm sure when they ask what do you understand by artificial intelligence, it shouldn't be new to anybody in this class now. What AI is all about and what are the applications of AI, things that you and I can see, things that you and I are already using. That's what AI is doing. So what are the advantages of AI, you may ask? Let me ask, what are the benefits that you have experienced with you using a smartphone compared to you using probably all those old phones that can only make just calls and text message? One, it improves our ways of life. And I can tell you that significantly. Imagine you are traveling from one place to another and you don't know how to get there. Thanks to AI, thanks to the map, you can get. So it makes it improve our way of life. Then it's also able to do some jobs that require detailed instructions. Yes, there are some jobs that require detailed instruction. You can know this has actually been helping us to do that. What about mental awareness and decision-making capability? Yes, mental alertness and decision-making capabilities. This AI has been doing that for us. What about use of robot for heavy construction, military benefits, even for personal assistance? At home, I know at home we have those robotic cleaners, yes, those robotic cleaning machine. Just put them on the floor of your house, press just on it. It goes to every nook and cranny of your house, cleaning everything for you. So, and this robot also used for heavy duty constructions. You see, so those are the ways, those are the advantages, some of the advantages of AI. So also when you are using these heavy things, there is less injury or stress to human being. I'm telling you, there is. And many of our health problems now have possible solutions with the use of artificial intelligence in studies at universities or research centers. So scientists have been able to use AI to test theories and notions about how our brain works. Yes, not even how brain works alone. For instance, if you have a drug, before now you can just go to the lab. You have to keep trying, testing and testing if the drug is going to work against the disease. But nowadays, you don't necessarily need to go to the lab. You can do that using computer and say, okay, will this drug cure this particular disease? Can you see that? So AI has actually improved, a lot of things that you can ever imagine. AI open up new and exciting avenue for entertainment possibilities. Yes, I can tell you, there has been an increase in revenue generation, by industries, by companies, even by universities, because of the application of AI. Because with AI, people are able to attend to more clients, more customers, more students than the way they used before. Let me give an example. Remember that COVID period when everybody had to be at home? Even though you guys are at home, class are still going on because people use virtual meeting. Look at this meeting that we are doing right now. I might have said, okay, let's meet physically. But okay, thanks to AI, because we have an avenue where we can all meet virtually. That's where we are meeting right now. So those are some of the benefits of AI. So AI also make interactive electronic game more fun by making the computer control characters more realistic and human-like. Yeah, for people that are very good when it comes to game. So they can, you don't need to be at the game center before you can relate with your friends. You can relate with your friends wherever you are on the platform. So those are some of the advantages of AI that are currently at work now. And you and I can testify to it. AI has indeed benefited our life a lot through the use of internet, everything, our day-to-day work, even rendering services and getting goods delivered to us. AI has been able to do that for us. So, when we're talking about, so I want to just let us to know, when we're talking about the advantages of AI, there are still some limitations and disadvantages. You understand? And I don't know if how conversant you have with the news. Recently, the top AI guy in Google just resigned I think about 2 weeks ago. And the man was talking about the possible danger of AI. And the guy was talking to the Congress that please kindly work and try to make some regulations, because the way this AI is going, I think there's likely going to be some dangers or limitations for AI. And one of the challenges or the challenges that people have been talking about as far as AI is concerned is it not going to make people to lose their job? That's the question. You understand? Imagine when the robot can do everything, when machine can do everything that woman is supposed to do, then at a point maybe company will just try to retrench. Okay, go and stay at home. We don't need your service. We already have a machine that can do what you will do in 30 days. We already have a robot or a machine that can do it in less than 1 week. So people ask those questions when the computer become truly intelligent. Like, most of the computer that we have now, you have to give the information, right? But people are like, okay, can we get to a point that you don't need to give the information to the machine before the machine will predict whatever outcome that is going to happen? So all those things. So to date, all the traits of human intelligence have not been captured and applied together to span intelligence artificial structure. So those are the limitations. So there are still some laxity, let me put it that way, in that. So artificial intelligence rather seems to focus on lucrative domain-specific application, which you don't necessarily require the full extent of AI capability. Yeah, those are some of the things that people are concerned about as far as the limitation to AI is concerned. But even with the limitation, in my own opinion, I think we've benefited a lot from artificial intelligence. And that's my own opinion anyway. I might be right, I might be wrong, but I think we've benefited a lot from artificial intelligence. And even though it may have it may have its own danger, but at the same time, I really think we have benefited a lot from artificial intelligence. So now you will be asking yourself, artificial intelligence, how is this being done? Yes. Artificial intelligence in a practical sense, to be done, it requires a lot of things, a lot of commitment, a lot of time, if you are looking at a core, a career in artificial intelligence, you have to at least be conversant with a lot of programming language, right? So you may be asking yourself, how do I do artificial intelligence? How do I write script? Okay, how do I write script okay, I want a script to maybe we are looking, I think, okay, how do I have a game script? How do I write some script to identify certain things? Yes. The first thing for anybody that is interested in artificial intelligence to learn is to, apart from you understand the concept of AI, you have to learn a lot of programming languages, yes. And I've listed some of them here. And the first one on my list is Python. Python. So Python is not Python snake. I'm just, but that's the name given to it. It's called Python. Python is a programming language. In fact, I can say it's the most popular programming language. Yes, if I'm not missing one. Yeah, Python. Then we also have R. R is also a programming language, but it's more or less of it has programming language and statistical characteristics. It can also perform statistical characteristics. The same thing Python, but that of R is more statistical analysis of R is more complex than Python. But when it comes to AI scripting and the rest, Python is basically used in that regard. We also have Lisp, we have Prolog, we have Java. I know many of you know a lot of Java phones then. JavaScript, we have Fortran, we have C++, and a lot of them, a lot. And to be sincere, we are not going to cover all these in this study. We are going to focus mainly on Python. Python, we also have the Linux command, we have the bash script, we have the Linux, we have the Unix command, and a lot of them. But in summary, all of them require, they are all programming language. And I used to say programming language is like you are learning a new language. Let me say it that way. A new computer language. Just like you take time to learn Spanish, to learn French, to learn any other language in the world. That's the same way you dedicate time to learn this programming language. Because to speak to the computer in this language, you have to understand the rules. You understand? You have to understand the rules that governs the application of these languages before you can communicate meaningful with your machine, and for your machine to also give you a desired response. Yeah. So before we proceed, do you have any questions from anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. But am I moving too fast or too slow? Am I communicating?
It's fine.
Okay. All right. So that's so far. But no, please always feel free to let me know if there is a need for me to, if you have questions or you want me to repeat certain things, please. Yeah. So that's just what I have for us today on artificial intelligence. So I also have some useful links that you can also read through for further reading. So I'm going to share this particular slide with you on your email. So in case you may want to go through it or you may want to open some of these link that I have here. So I'm going to share that with you so that you can as well, if you want to read through it personally, you can as well do the same. Right. So that's what AI is all about. AI, in summary, is making your machine to think, right? So artificial intelligence. When we are talking about intelligence has to do with a lot of things, decision making, thinking, a lot of things when we talk about intelligence. So the way you can think and make decision, you want your machine, your computer, your robot, anything, your phone, to think in the same way. That is the idea of artificial intelligence. Sorry, I think I have a note. Okay. I thought I have a question on the chat. So if you have question, please feel free to put it on the chat or you ask me directly. Right. So that's that artificial intelligence. That's really great. So I don't want to miss this together. Let me stop this. Then we go to, let me stop the recording as well.